Thanks for coming down and hanging out in the basement with me today. What I've got is another budget engine. This is from 1956, and this is a number 520 BOXCAB electric. And what's interesting about this is Lionel copied this or produced this off of a General Electric locomotive that was built for the Chile Mining Exploration Company. And kind of interesting locomotive for them to be producing, but we're going to take a closer look at it, clean it up a bit, get it running good, see if it's something you want to add to your fleet, because there's quite a few of these out here, and let's get started. Okay, I've kind of had my eye on one of these ever since I purchased the laser train. If you take a look here, it is basically this is a modified version of this, and I didn't realize it, but if you look at these this way, they've taken the original shell for this and the security car, red security car, they've kind of shrunk it down a little bit. And yeah, length is about the same, but I was hoping to have a motorized one of these, so this isn't really going to work for that purpose, but that's okay. This is still a really cool locomotive. But yeah, thought you'd find that interesting. So we're just going to look at the model. I paid $40 for this guy on an auction, plus auction fees. I think I did all right. I didn't get a great deal, but I didn't overpay too much based on the condition of the shell. This shell has got a few dings, dusty. It's got the original pantograph here, which apparently is pretty delicate. The underside looks pretty darn good here. Let's move the camera a little closer. The underside looks good. Doesn't look like it's been abused. The motor turns here. This is a 042 setup. The original version of this locomotive had two pairs of trucks on it, like electric trucks. But Lionel decided to go cheaper, and it went with just like a little steam locomotive plant in here. But yeah, same on each side. New 956. Here's what they got on it. But to get into it, we take off the one screw, and we'll see what it looks like. Actually, before we do that, let's put it on the track. Alright, let's see if it'll do anything. There's no headlights on this either. We got like nothing. We're drawing 0.2 amps. Actually, we're not. I got some other cars on the track, but they're not. Okay, so we are totally... Oh! There we go. Probably just needs some commutator cleaning or something. Now, apparently, with the one screw in front, it would have plastic clips in the back, and from a post I read, a gentleman said they're almost always broken, and this one definitely is. So it's not a good idea to grab it by the shell. Grab it by the metal railings or the bottom frame here. This is a metal frame that goes around it. Alright, let's get this thing open. Turn off the track power here. Don't need that fan going all the time. Okay, as we lift it off, we're gonna look at the body shell here. We got not really any cracking, but a little crazing right there. Interesting. I don't know if that's dirt or what on the inside there. Probably. Or maybe like, I don't know. Interesting. Well, we'll certainly clean that up. Let's see if we can get this pantograph off, make it a little easier to clean. There we go. Super easy to remove. I don't know if it originally had a spring on it. I saw a reproduction on eBay that had a spring on it, but that's okay. I don't mind. Alright, let's take a look at the rest of this. Pretty darn simple mechanism here. Alright. Like I said, this guy is a little loose, but not terrible. I'm about halfway done cleaning this guy up. got the shell cleaned up, and it looks really good. It's a little faded from the sun on the top, or fluorescent lights or something, a little faded. But all the dust is gone, looks really good. The frame already looked really good. Just a little bit of scrubbing with a toothbrush there, that looks really nice. Front truck, cleaned up the wheels, those look good. Pretty happy there. I'm kind of surprised it's got a remote coupler on it, that's cool. Now we're at the greasy bit. This is the intermediate gear that goes in here, and there's a lot of fiber, carpet fiber, hair, dog fiber, whatever that's sitting around there. Hopefully you guys can see that. But yeah, that's pretty gross. But we'll get her cleaned up. You know what? Let's see if we can... can we pull that off right now? Yeah, let's try to pull that off right now. Let me get some pliers. So the health of any engine with brushes and whatnot is what the armature looks like. So first off, we'll try getting it off with these. Otherwise, we'll get the socket in if I can't. Okay, that one came off pretty good. Boom. There we go. Probably should have used a nut driver, but that's alright. Alrighty. There's the other brush, and that is why it was not running. That sucker is long overdue for a cleaning. But, on a positive note, none of these are burnt up that I can see. It just looks like we'll need to clean this off, lubricate things, of course, sparingly, and put stuff back together, because yeah, the things are actually rolling pretty good here. Nothing's binding up. We just got to get rid of the goop. Making some good progress here. I got things cleaned up nicely. Got this cleaned up. Not really super polished, but it'll be okay for what I'm going to use it for. Also got the grooves cleaned out here carefully. Here's where the most cleaning took place. This guy and this gear, man, there's so much hair and grease in this. And then, of course, this stuff as well. Just tons of hair and whatnot. I also pulled the rollers out and just kind of cleaned them up in general. This thing's looking much better. Ideally, I'd love to pull off the wheels and clean it, but that's kind of extreme measures, and you could damage a wheel when that happens, so I'm not going to be doing that. For now, I'm not going to take apart the reverse unit, but I can at a later date. One screw holds it in, so it's not that big a deal. Another thing I did to tighten this arm up a little bit, which isn't the best way to do it, kind of put a little tweak on this very edge so it locks in a little more positively. But getting this thing together is going to be a breeze. Let's get started. Alrighty, everything's back together. Seems to roll real nice. Let's see if it works. All right, it works. Let me get the body shell back on, and we'll see how good it goes. Let's get it running around the track, and I have it hooked up to 3 cars that are similar in type to what it originally came with as a set: a hopper car, a box car, and a caboose. These are not the exact same type of cars. I mean, exact, paint schemes and everything. But hey, it's kind of fun to play around like this. Nice. Well, what do you think? I am very happy with how this runs. I really like how it looks thanks to the laser train car. That's what got me interested in this locomotive to begin with. And I'm okay that I can't really swap them around because I think it looks pretty darn cool. Just like every other small Lionel steam engine starter set, which is, starter engine, which is what this is underneath its body shell, it has no power. It can't really pull a lot of cars. I mean, actually, it's doing pretty good here. It's got a lot of weight, but compared to other engines, like larger engines, it just doesn't have the grunt to pull stuff. It's got a lot of speed, but that's about it. Well, I hope you like this video. I hope you want to check out the other videos on the channel, and really appreciate you watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Since it's bi-directional, let's shove it the other direction. It definitely runs better with the going the other way, with the pantograph in the back there. So, that's okay. Most engines are like that.